For these examples, we're going to go ahead and write out first what the transformation would be from the parent function. So remember, order is really important with transformations. You're always first going to do your horizontal translations. So that's your left and right. And then anywhere in the middle, you can do your reflections and dilations, whether it's horizontal or vertical, all of that can go in the middle. And then last, you're always going to do your vertical translations. So that's your up and down. Okay, so in this first example, the first thing we're going to do is our horizontal translation. So this -3. And that tells me I'm shifting right 3. Okay, then we can do this 5, which is going to be, it's outside of the function, so it's a vertical. And then it's being multiplied, it's a number, the absolute value of 5 is greater than 1, so it's a stretch. Vertical stretch by 5. So multiply my y values by 5. Okay, with the parent function, I'm going to use the points -1, 1, 0, 1, and 1, 1. Alright, so we're going to start by shifting right 3. So this is the first thing we're going to do. So to move right 3, I'm going to take my x values and I'm going to add 3. So my new x values, -1 plus 3 is 2, 0 plus 3 is 3, and 1 plus 3 is 4. Okay, at this moment, my y values are all the same. Oh, I apologize, this should be a 0. And then I'm going to vertically stretch by 5. So that's my new y value. I'm going to take all of these and multiply them by 5. So 1 times 5 is 5, 0 times 5 is 0, 1 times 5 is 5. And my x's are the same there. Okay, so my new graph, I have a point at 2, 5. I have a point at 3, 0. And a point at 4, 5. So this is my new absolute value function. And we notice it's shifted to the right 3, and then it's vertically stretched. Now the vertex is this point right here. So it's your maximum or minimum on your absolute value function, and that point is at 3, 0. So it normally is at 0, 0 in the parent function. Shifted right 3, so now it's at 3, 0. Okay, for this next example, let's figure out what our transformations are in the order. So the first thing we're going to do is our horizontal translations, so the adding and subtracting inside the function. So this is going to shift left 2, because inside is inverse. So that's the first transformation we're going to do. Okay, the next transformation we're going to do is all of our reflections, compression, stretching. So that's this -4. So the negative is where I'm going to reflect. And my y's are what's becoming negative, so we're reflecting over the x-axis. The 4 tells me I have a vertical stretch, because the absolute value of -4 is 4. And that's greater than 1. It's outside of the function, so it's vertical. So we're going to do all of this stuff second. And then my last transformation is the +5. It's outside of the function, so it's a vertical. And we're going to go up 5. Okay, so we're going to start with those same points. My parent function, -1, 1, 0, 0, and 1, 1. The very first thing we're going to do is shift left 2. So that means my x values are going to change. So I'm shifting left 2. I'm going to subtract 2 from my x values. So -1 minus 2 is -3. 0 minus 2 is -2. And 1 minus 2 is -1. My y values haven't changed yet, so they're still 1, 0, 1. Okay, now I can do my reflection and my vertical stretch. And that can all be done at the same time. So my x's are still the same. But my y values are going to change. So I'm going to take these y values. They're going to become negative. And then they're going to multiply by 4. So we can really just multiply by -4. Okay, and lastly, we're going to do our vertical translation. So we're going to shift up 5. So again, my x's are still the same. But my y values are moving up 5. So from -4 plus 5, +1. 0 plus 5, I'm at 5. -4 plus 5, we're at 1. Alright, so those are my final points. I can go ahead and graph these. Got a point at -3, 1. Oh, I'm sorry, that's -3, 2. -3, 1. -2, 5. And then -1, 1. And for now, just the 3 points is fine. So I can see that that is shifted to the left. It's vertically stretched, so it's skinnier, and then shifted up 5. My new vertex is right here, and that point is at -2, 5. Notice the vertex started at 0, 0 from the parent function, and it's now -2, 5. And we also notice there's a 2 and a 5 here. That's actually going to give us our vertex.